Hello crafty pals, it's Lee here. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for spending some time with me again. It's Margarete Miller time and we're up to week 46. So buttons is one of the prompt, real, drawn or stamped. A piece of architecture, some red ink, a business card, some white space, and the bonus is several items of the same colour family. So week 46, another 6 to go after this, and it's all over Red Rover for 2022. I want to thank everyone who's been joining me every week for these collages. I love them. I love doing them. I can't wait to see what the prompts are for next year. So thanks for joining me and leaving all your lovely comments and thumbsy upsies and subscribing. So it's been a wonderful year. For anyone who doesn't know what this is all about, it's 52 weekly collage assignments set by Margarete Miller. If you want to have a look at her channel and look at the prompts, then there's a link in my video description box. So let's go. So buttons, real, drawn or stamped. So I do have one button stamp, which is this one here. A couple that I found on my desk were these two butterfly buttons, so they probably or maybe will get used. A piece of architecture. Found this old building in my Australia history book. So that's an old hospital. Red ink. So I've got the only red ink that I have, which is called Rhubarb Stalk, and a red gel pen. So we'll see what we can come up with that. A business card. So back in 2016 we were over in New Zealand and we stayed at Tauranga, which is in the North Island, and there's lots of artists live there around that area. And I happened to meet this lady, Rosie Harper, and her shop was called Art by Rosie. I'm not sure whether she still has her shop going, but she definitely has her website going, and she gave me her business card, so that's quite nice on that side. So got some of her artwork on it, and her website is artbyrosie.com if you want to go and have a look at the work she does. Some white space. So I have some white space around this picture. I've got a piece of tea-dyed paper which is almost white, and I've also got a piece of white vellum. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use there. So I will very soon start stamping this piece of paper. I would normally glue it down and then stamp it, but today I'm going to go in a different direction. I'm going to do some stamping and then glue it down. So some background stamping. Maybe I should use the red ink. This is a permanent ink, so it might be a good one to use. So I'm going to do that first. I was thinking stamp this paper, then glue it down, and then put the vellum over the top of it, perhaps. Don't know. But this is Rhubarb Stalk colour, and this is a background stamp. That's quite nice. Another one here, get rid of the ink off it. Okay, keep stamping. So I hope you're all having a good week. Everything's going well for you. I'm pretty good here, can't complain. Nobody listens anyway, so yeah, that's what my mum used to say. I'm not complaining because nobody will listen. Okay, is that going to show through? Oh, that looks nice. That'll look good. Do I need to put anything else on there? Maybe I should do a little bit of stamping on this vellum as well. But I don't think I'll use the red. I think I shall use Vintage Photo. And I've got stamps, these stitching stamps that I've been dying to use. They came a couple of weeks ago. Just need a stamping block to put one of them on. So apart from trying them out to see how they stamped, I haven't actually used them. So maybe, no, let's reel it back in a bit. Don't get too excited. Get over there, put the lid on the ink. I need to glue down this first. So I'm just going to scratch the edge of it up a little bit. Age it. Sorry about the noise. I've been having fun doing some sewing. Well, I don't know if you call it sewing. I'll be using my sewing machine, it's more like it. And yeah, so I've been trying things, and I've made my cover for the Ephemerember challenge, which kicks off on the 1st of December. It runs till the 25th, so I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm going to glue that down, and then I'm going to run a little bit of ink over it, just so it catches on those raised edges of the paper. I've been feeling really overwhelmed, and I'd been trying to organise my craft room, and I mean, I've done it and redone it and done it again and done it again, and I don't know how many times I've rearranged things. All my stuff would be getting dizzy from being moved from one side of the room to the other and back again, and yeah, so I think I've finally got it into somewhere, you know, I'm quite happy with. So and it was nice to get the sewing machine into action, because it had just been sitting in the other room being ignored. So now it's right where I can just spin around and use it, or put it on my desk if I'm filming something. And I actually did film some sewing, or using the sewing machine. It's not really sewing. Oh, you never guess what happened. I had it all set up, put the needle down and all the rest of it, press the presser foot down, nothing happened. And so I'm fiddling with all sorts of things trying to get it to work. And I'm thinking it's on, because I can see the light shining onto the bed of the sewing machine. Anyway, I don't know how I realised, but it wasn't actually on. The light was coming from my ring light, and I just thought it was switched on. And the silly thing is, I'd actually been playing around with the plug to make sure the plug in the side of the machine was plugged in properly, and didn't notice that the switch wasn't down. So I felt like a real duffer. Anyway, never mind. Now, am I going to use this? I think I am, but I'm not sure whether I need to use the whole sheet. Let's just rip it in half. Rip it a bit better than that. I want a nice rough edge, both sides of it. Now, this is where I might use that stitchy stamp. So which one? I like this one, because this is what my sewing looks like. I'm so bad at sewing. I can't believe I'm so bad at it, because when I was younger I used to sew all the time, right up until when I went back to work. I used to make all my own, or a lot of my own clothes. I won't say all of them really, that's exaggerating. But yeah, I used to make all my own dresses. I loved making dresses. I used to make blouses and pyjamas and nightgowns, and at one stage I was even making clothes for my boys when they were younger. Big shame though, they wouldn't have worn them when as they got older. Wouldn't wear anything that Mum made. It's embarrassing. Okay, so that's some nice red stitching on there. Okay, so where's my things? I've got my building. I'm just going to leave the white around it. I'm not even going to worry about evening out the cut on that. I've got buttons. Yeah, this business card. I think I'm going to tear it in half. And ink around it with some vintage photo. No, let's just stick to the red. And put the red pad. Probably not. Sort of red. thinking I'll stick that under there somewhere. Let's go to the left. I always seem to put my things on the right hand side for some reason. Do I need to ink around that? Probably. Do I need to use red? I don't think so. I'm going to use Vintage Photo. Okay, so I'm going to go like that, and like that with that one. Put my stitching stamps over the top of it, my butterfly buttons. Maybe I'll just use one. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Now, I need to be careful when I do this vellum because it has a tendency to curl when you put some glue on it. Oh, oops. So I'm going to put a couple of staples into it instead. Let's use my creaky chair. I would normally be standing to do this, but I've been sorting my room out all day and my legs are killing me. And I'll stamp stencil. Okay, so I've called it a stamp and I've called it a stencil, so it is actually a stapler. So let's staple that on like so, and I'll put the red butterfly button there. Looks like there's not enough stuff on it. Is there anything there? I think I'll put stamp a couple of these red, buttons on there. I don't want them to stand out too much, or to be, yeah, that'll do. Just put one there, and maybe one here. Oh, now I've got to make sure I get that in the right place. Didn't think that one through, did I? Okay. Get some glue happening. I need this stronger glue because I've made that paper crinkly underneath, so I'll try and get some of this stuff out. I couldn't get it to come out the other day. Let's go about. And you see what I've just done? Oh, that was supposed to go up there. I'm not pulling it up now, so it's too bad, so sad. It can stay where it is. Scribbly around the edge with this red gel pen. I'll go under that. And write the word buttons on there, and the red one, I don't know about putting two of them on there or not. I'll just leave the one. Maybe I could put that, no. Okay, so I need this for this button. How does that look? It's a bit boring, isn't it? What else can I put on there? I've got a piece of origami paper here that I've made into an envelope. So I'm going to cut out the red ones. Yeah, I'm going to cut the red ones out. Whatever they are, hexagons. Oh, I'm using the bonus then. Never mind. And it's meant to be several items of the same colour family. Oh yeah, okay. I was thinking they had to be different things, but they don't. So they're all hexagons. And they're all red. Ish. Reddish. Reddish. People grow radishes in their garden in New Zealand. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Kiwis. But you're allowed to do that when that's where you come from, aren't you? Make fun of your grown people. Okay, so if we go maybe up the top. I should unjoin these. Okay. Unjoin them, cut them apart. I was well educated, wasn't I? Okay. So I'm going to put one there. Got to be on even numbers. Can't have an even amount of something. So that's 4. That's 5. Is there another red one? Yeah, okay. This one, which is the 6th, and then I'll cut another one out. Up there, so that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got one of them. Okay, happy with that now. Yeah, I think I do need to do some splashes or something. Let's just do a scribbly border to start with. Okay, and what colour splashes would look nice on that? Black, maybe? Okay, it's got some black ink in a little bottle. It's good, this one you can actually write with it, so I'm just going to go over the border a little bit. I'm thinking that I need to squish those drops out a bit. I'm just going to use a piece of that bits of the vellum that I pulled off there to squash that. A bit overpowering, but never mind. How does that look? See how it goes curly when it gets damp. So, I don't know, does it need some gold splashes? I think maybe it does. Where's my gold spray? There we go. This is a good one, I like this. It's an Australian one, like Pfizer Craft. And it's a mist, but if you take the thing out of it, you can get some nice drops to come out. So red, gold and black, that's colour of the day today. Yeah, I quite like that now. More gold, can't have too much gold. Okay, so that's done, but before I go I want to show you something. When I was cleaning up my room, I found this watercolour painting of, well, it was similar to that. So I drew a face on it, and then I just stitched all these bits of fabric. So it's fabric out of a chindi rug, and made that her hair. So I put a little video up of that yesterday. It's only 6 minutes long if you want to have a look at that. I'll put the link in the top right hand corner. So yeah, I'm just experimenting with my sewing machine and using textiles. So that's a combination of paper and textile. So it's got crayon and paint and pen and pencil in there, as well as the fabric hair. Oops. Okay, well thank you very much for staying with me and seeing this being completed. Hope to see you in another video, so I'll be saying cheers from Australia. See you later. Hooroo.